But what happens when the deepest betrayal comes, not from an enemy, but from the one you call your closest friend? This is the story of Ngozi and Emeka, two lovers whose future was destroyed by envy, torn apart by lies, and almost lost forever, until the truth came out in the most shocking way. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will keep you on the edge until the very end. In a quiet village surrounded by green farmlands and tall palm trees, there lived a young woman named Ngozi. She was gentle, kind, and admired by many for her beauty and humility. Emeka, a hard-working farmer with a good name, loved her dearly. Their families agreed to their union, and soon the two were betrothed. Joy filled their hearts, and the villagers spoke of them as a perfect match. Every day, Ngozi dreamed of the life ahead, of building a home with Emeka, of raising children, and of walking hand in hand through life's storms. But in the shadows of her happiness, envy was already growing in a place she never expected. Ngozi's closest friend, Kelechi, had always been by her side. They shared secrets, laughter, and dreams. But deep inside, Kelechi hid a dark feeling she never confessed. She too admired Emeka, and jealousy began to burn in her heart each time she saw him with Ngozi. Instead of celebrating her friend's happiness, Kelechi allowed envy to consume her. She began to imagine a world where Ngozi was out of the picture, where she could stand beside Emeka as his wife. Slowly, her love for her friend turned into a dangerous desire to destroy her. Kelechi started her plan carefully. She whispered small lies into Emeka's ears, pretending to be concerned. She told him that Ngozi was often seen with another young man in the evenings, that her smiles were not meant for him alone. At first, Emeka did not believe her. He trusted Ngozi with his whole heart. But as days turned into weeks, the whispers grew louder. Kelechi planted more doubts, and Emeka began to wonder if there was truth in her words. His heart, once full of trust, slowly became clouded with suspicion. Ngozi noticed the change in Emeka. He no longer smiled as before, his visits became fewer, and his eyes carried questions he never asked. She tried to show him love, but the distance between them grew. The villagers began to notice too, and rumors spread like dry leaves in the wind. One morning, Emeka's decision became clear. Blinded by the lies Kelechi had fed him, he abandoned Ngozi. The betrothal was broken, and the shame fell on Ngozi like heavy rain. She wept in silence, unable to understand why the man who once promised her forever had turned his back. While Ngozi carried her pain, Kelechi pretended to comfort her. She sat by her side, wiping her tears, speaking softly, and acting like a true friend. But in her heart, she was satisfied. Her plan was working, and the distance between Emeka and Ngozi was complete. Soon, Emeka began preparing to marry another woman. Kelechi watched with hidden joy, believing she had finally destroyed the bond between them. But life has a way of uncovering the truth, and her secret was closer to being revealed than she thought. The day of Emeka's new wedding came. The village was alive with drums, laughter, and celebration. People gathered in large numbers, dressed in bright colors, ready to witness another union. But in one corner of the village, Ngozi sat quietly, her heart heavy. Though betrayed and shamed, she still loved Emeka. Kelechi walked proudly among the guests, her face glowing with false satisfaction. She believed the story was sealed, that Ngozi's love was buried forever. But destiny had a different ending written for that day. Among the wedding guests was a traveler passing through the village. Unknown to many, he had once overheard Kelechi's secret plot. He had listened as she bragged to another woman about how she deceived Emeka with lies, just to scatter Ngozi's love. When he saw the wedding about to take place, his heart was troubled. He stood before the gathering and told all he had heard. His words fell like thunder in the middle of the celebration. The drums went silent, the laughter died, and the truth stood bare before everyone. The village erupted in shock. Eyes turned to Kelechi, and she could no longer deny it. The lies she had built like a strong house came crashing down in one moment. Emeka's heart trembled as the truth sank in. The woman he trusted as Ngozi's closest friend was the very one who had destroyed their love with envy. Shame covered Kelechi, and the villagers cursed her betrayal. She tried to hide her face, but it was too late. Her secret had been exposed before all. Emeka left the altar with a broken heart. He thought of Ngozi, the woman who had given him nothing but love, the woman he had abandoned because of lies. Without waiting, he rushed to her compound. When she saw him, her tears flowed again, but this time it was not from betrayal, it was from the weight of his return. Emeka begged for forgiveness, his heart full of regret. He promised never to let another's lies blind him again. Ngozi, though deeply hurt, still loved him. With a soft heart, she forgave him, and together they found their way back to the love that was once lost. Their marriage was finally celebrated with joy, not just between two families but the whole village. The people danced, the drums beat louder, and songs rose into the sky. Everyone spoke of their story as a lesson for generations to come. From that day, parents told their children never to let envy destroy friendship, and lovers were reminded to guard their hearts against lies. Ngozi and Emeka lived happily, their love stronger than before, while Kelechi faded into silence, a warning to all who carried jealousy in their hearts. And so, their story became more than love, it became a tale of truth, forgiveness, and the danger of envy.